If you've ever needed pre-authorization for Aimovig through Aetna, you know how overwhelming it can be. The paperwork, the waiting, and the back and forth can feel exhausting. But here's the good news, it doesn't have to be so stressful. With the right steps and a clear plan, you can get Aimovig approved and covered. So, why does Aimovig require pre-authorization? Like most specialty medications, it's expensive and prescribed for specific conditions, like migraines. Aetna wants to confirm it's necessary and check if other, less costly treatments have been tried first. It's part of how insurance companies balance costs while making sure patients get the care they need. Now let's talk about how to get through the process step by step. The journey starts with a conversation with your healthcare provider. They'll look at your migraine history, how severe and frequent they are, and what treatments you've already tried. Based on that, your provider will decide if Aimovig is the right fit. If it is, they'll start the pre-authorization process for you. This is where documentation becomes the most critical part. Aetna will need a few key pieces of information. First, they'll need a verified diagnosis of migraines, including how severe and frequent they are. Second, they'll ask for a treatment history showing what you've tried and why it didn't work. Finally, they'll need clinical notes from your provider explaining why Aimovig is the best option. Your provider's office will gather and organize all this information. Once the documents are ready, they'll fill out Aetna's pre-authorization forms. These forms include your medical history, prior treatments, and a detailed explanation of why Aimovig is being prescribed. Accuracy is everything here. Missing or unclear information can lead to delays. Many providers have staff dedicated to handling insurance paperwork, which can make things faster. Once the forms are submitted, the waiting begins. Aetna usually takes a few days to a couple of weeks to review pre-authorization requests. Sometimes they'll ask for more information, so staying in touch with your provider during this time is important. Proactively following up can help avoid unnecessary delays. If Aetna approves the request, great, you're ready to receive Aimovig. If they deny it, don't panic. Denials are common and often just a step in the process. Aetna will explain why they denied the request, giving you and your provider a clear starting point for an appeal. Appeals usually involve adding more documentation to strengthen your case. Many patients get approval after going through the appeals process. So don't give up if your first request isn't approved. Now, let's touch on coding. Aetna uses codes to process requests, and getting them right is crucial. For migraines, the ICD-10 code is usually 𝗔𝗂𝗁909. Aimovig itself doesn't have a specific captain code, but related services like injections might. Your provider will make sure the codes are correct before submitting the request. And if the cost of Aimovig is a concern, help is available. Aimovig offers a copay card program for eligible patients to reduce out-of-pocket expenses. Ask your provider about it or visit the Aimovig website for details. These programs can make a huge difference in affordability. So, what's the takeaway here? Getting pre-authorization for Aimovig through Aetna is a process, but it's manageable. Stay organized, work closely with your provider, and don't give up if you face a denial. If this all feels like too much, there's another option to lighten the load. Companies like Staffingly specialize in handling pre-authorizations and insurance verifications. They take care of the paperwork, saving providers up to 70% on staffing costs. With 24/7 support, Staffingly ensures the process is seamless, so providers can focus on patient care. At the end of the day, the goal is to get you the care you need to manage migraines effectively. With the right preparation, and a little help, you've got this.
If you are looking for outsourcing services, schedule a demo today by visiting www.staffingly.com or emailing us at support@staffingly.com or call us on the number 1-800-489-5877.